Hello, Tarot Tao. How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Biggs?
Good, good.
Like Pisces know everything, and I know he's lying. How are you feeling today?
Good.
He's lying again, third time. I want to know how you are really feeling today. What are the energies today?
Well, problems every day that I gotta deal with.
May I ask again, what feelings do you have today? What energies? How is your vibration? Is it high? Is it low? The frequency? Are you having worries about 3D subjects, or are you thinking about memories, feelings, things from the past? Because we are, first of all, in the age of Aquarius, and which is very demanding in changes, and we are in a Mercury retrograde, so that means that it's like cleaning back what you thought you cleaned. So a lot of past memories or associations that you thought you healed when you encounter a situation, all those come back. But the reason for that is so you can, once you process it, you finish processing all those back because you're gonna do a shift, a growing. So why I insist in asking you, because I'm making these videos for the people that are thinking like, wow, I'm not making it. I'm not, all this positivism in the internet, and all this meditation and all these great messages and all these empowered people, and now everybody's a millionaire. So why am I uh in this situation of losing, lonely, crying, disoriented, fogged, burned out, um, and just one situation after other keeps happening. So I know the path, and even though I know the path is like a math book from school, the answers are at the end, or you can check the answers to verify what you did wrong in the equation. But while you're taking the class and the lesson, and while you're giving that test, at the moment, you can only do what you can do. Does that make sense?
Worry about what I can control.
There are blocks even in people that are next to you. Right now, there's a wall here. I cannot penetrate. And I have to deal with that wall, because that, when I cannot connect with people, that is like detrimental for me. So maybe that's what I have to work on. Um, and I'm not here to talk about any other person that is in this house. All I know is that I'm surrounded with very strong energies where I had to learn compassion instead of rejection, because I didn't like rejection in my life. And I still get mad and I still have to process it. But at the end, um, is the now that matters. And we always have a now, as a new mercy every day. So today I feel like just sharing with you that I felt called to the Buddhist, um, reading cards, um, because I need to go back to the path, the middle way that, Yeshua guided me to the Christ. And I just want to clarify that Buddhism and Buddha is not a person. I'm sorry for um, all those that are attached to traditions, but the world has changed. In the same way that Christ is not outside us, a Buddha, our higher self, which is connected to the source, lives always with us. And there's nothing wrong consulting the state of Buddha. So let's stop limiting God, like I always say, because we are entering an age of limitlessness. And the worst thing you can do is limit the expressions of God. By the way, you can use them all. So I was reading the book, and I'm going to do a reading because there's four types of cards here. There are the truth cards, which talk about the four noble truths. The purity cards, which talk about the eightfold. That's the tradition Theravada, and which the Theravada is a tradition where the Hinduism mixed with the Buddhism, so it's a little bit more traditional. Um, the contemplation cards, which is imperative in meditation, and the cultivation cards, how to apply our knowledge to our conduct and everyday life, so it has a great meaning interacting with others, and we can light up that spark higher, that flame that everybody else has. It says in words of Buddha, in your words, there are only two mistakes one can make along the road to truth: not going all the way and not starting. So let's pull one of each cards, okay? About the causes of suffering, about the eightfold noble path, contemplation, and cultivation. I love this deck. I recommend it to everyone for their own growth and development. It's a must have for me. So this time I'm going to go ahead, and instead of shuffling the cards, I'm going to divide them in four. There's many ways you can do this. These are just basics. Always remember to treat the cards with a lot of respect, not because the cards deserve respect, because of respect to yourself and what you use for that communication, that oracle, that conversation with God that you need to have. So I just know, I'm not even going to ask, that many of us are feeling very bipolar in terms of our polarities are all around. Um, Yesterday you had a great day or a great hour, and today um, everything doesn't seem to fit. Like, you go one step forward and three steps back. Um, I think that goes a lot with um, exactly one of the cards I opened immediately and saw with one of the four noble truths, which is one of the causes of suffering, which is attachment. Attachment, just talking about it. Concentrate on these beautiful colors. Attachment to desire is a cause of suffering. Attachment arises when we want something different from what we are experiencing right here, right now, which is the only thing that exists. This ever increasing list of unfulfilled desires causes us to experience discontent and disconnects us from living simply in the pure joy of the present moment. This is a truth card, like I said. And it's very easy for me to just read it, but actually, everything that I'm doing it for me because I'm going through it. And this channel is to connect with you, to identify with you, and to share this and validate those feelings and acknowledging those feelings. So everything I want for myself, I will give it to the universe. So yeah, I'm having problem with that attachment. I'm in my dreams and everything, and I don't see in my mind right now. My life is doomed, and none of my dreams are gonna come true. But that's part of the things I need to take to surface to work with them, and that's why these oracles and these cards exist, and many other methods, because there's a thousand paths. Almost done. Almost done. Okay. So, of course, I made a mess. And that means because I'm a little bit fogged, I spend a lot of time crying and purging during the morning. Like if I was pregnant or something. I'm not pregnant. Yesterday I went to the doctor thinking I had a terminal disease. Well, I'm strong as a horse. Thank God. And I also exercise patience because it was 7 hours in an emergency waiting room. Insane. Insane. There's something weird here. Again, I'm under the avocado. Oh, under the avocado tree. I love the images of these cards. How did I prepare my altar today? A visual stimulation, fresh air, which is something I need, a little bit of frequency of the Tibetan bowls music you can find anywhere in the internet. I put my crystals there to get those frequencies. I sage the area and another stimulation and representation, and put the materials I wanted to use today. So today we're just gonna do one card of each deck. So thank you, Christ consciousness. Thank you, Lord of Lords. Thank you for showing us what was Buddha. Thank you for this unification that you have done in our minds, this amazing knowledge. Okay. I'm going to put them out first. And always remember to be grateful, God. I'm grateful because you have never left us alone, Spirit. You have never left us alone. Thank you, Archangel Michael, because I know in that manifestation of God, God, you are battling what we cannot battle in the smoothest way possible. We got the Purity card. We have the Four Noble Path card. Not all the decks have the same cards. This is just a way to read today. Wow. And I have the Cultivation card. Let's put them in order. Let's not play today with this. So I'm going to start with the path. Then I'm going to leave the purity as second, and then the third as contemplation, and then the last as cultivation. So the first card is called the number four, which for me are the four noble truths. So the path. Um, as you see, God is connected all the time. So let me show you this beautiful image of this wonderful. What kind of bird is this? It's like a type of peacock, but I know it's not a peacock. It seems like it, but this. Look at the how many lotus flowers, and he's sitting like a lotus flower with this Holy Spirit bird, this nature on top of his head. And I love the colors of green and blue and yellow. It has all the colors. So it says it's the number four. 444. I've been in the 444s. Four pillars. No one saves us. No one saves us. I have to tell you the truth. I'm always waiting, and that's part of our program for someone to save me. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and cannot. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. Buddha. It's a little bit rough. I still believe that we have a responsibility of exhort each other. The path to enlightenment is an endless process. Once you start, you can never go back because one of the major purposes is go with you until the moment that you will transcend and rebirth. You have to practice diligently and with discipline. That's something I admire a lot of my readers, and that's what I want to do. I see that every time I do this, my whole mood, my whole personality, that mask drops down, and I can be this being, and my emotions get stabilized. You have to practice diligently and with discipline. Eventually, you will become the path itself because it's your only unique path. And fewer struggles and sufferings will come your way. It's not about fewer. It's yeah, it's fewer because you're gonna be aligning in a different frequency to avoid a little bit of more obstacles. But those challenges that are going to come and those struggles are part of that uh, perfection. Because do you know how we're called the first Christians? I've taught you this like 100 times. They were the ones that they call the caterers. The first Christians, they used to call themselves the perfects. Is it something, is there something more beautiful that God can tell you than you're perfect? All those vulnerabilities that you had were my gifts to you. Those that the world reject are the ones, the virtues that we're going to crown you in heaven. That's what got me going. Again, look at this beautiful. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. I will make frames of this. So we already, that's one of the pillars. Suffering is the common denominator of all sentient beings. The causes of suffering. Nobody wants to suffer. Then on the purity card, which comes from the Eight Noble Path of the Theravada tradition, look at this beautiful work art. I love the open eyes because it reminds me that purity and honesty, you don't have to have exactly that. There's suggested poses and things that you can do, but we're in a new creation, co-creation, and one of the things is that you can meditate with your eyes open. You can meditate while you go shopping. You can meditate while you are fixing a car. You can meditate at every moment. You can make it a momentum. And the more you stay there, the more you become it. And it says, pure speech, pure speech. Happiness comes when your words are pure, bringing about let me start again. Happiness comes when your words are pure, bringing about kindness and benefit to yourself and others. I think we're talking too fast. At least I talk too fast. We're programmed to receive feedback and a reaction, or react and give feedback automatically. And no, we have to think before we speak. As you know, in the Bible, it says that the tongue is the most dangerous weapon of all, and the world was created by pure speech. Okay? So if you want to manifest those words, those thoughts that you give to the universe, have to be pure, have to be thought, have to be contemplated and meditated. The words you use are like seeds. Wow. You have chosen to plant in the garden of your heart. Mea culpa. Again, the words you use are like seeds you have chosen to plant in the garden of your heart and the world. Every word, why? Neurolinguistic programming. Every time sounds and images, what you feed yourself with. Bye, helicopter. Woo! I love planes and helicopters and everything like a child. So a lot of people don't understand that, and if we don't, we're not people that exhort each other on this. We fall back to the program, and is the time that what you speak. Thank you, God, for this. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you, Universe, for telling me this. What you say is what is the seed you reap, the fruit you reap. You have the power to destroy, this is in the Bible, and or poison the world around you. Or more importantly, you have the power to plant beautiful flowers. This is a purity card. I have been exercising. Let's say I'm in the supermarket, and like yesterday I was in the hospital, and the beauty of a lady, a girl, I say a girl, probably she was like 20 something, 27 years old. Her beauty caught my attention. Um, but we are in a world that tells us that to not bother, that anybody wants, that no one wants to be bothered. That is a lie. Remember, the world is against what is the truth. One word, that one purity word, pure speech that you give to somebody, like a genuine compliment, like, hey, I just want to say that you're very pretty. When you express this with purity, it's received with purity. No matter the walls, the guards, the malice that person has, they will receive purity because purity is directly from the source. Let's continue. Ooh, look at this beautiful lotus, and these are koi fish going around and around and around and around. Well, this card, oh, let me see the number of the purity card. Number 7, perfection. This is the number 20, and is the card of karma. Wow. A lot of people don't know what karma is, and karma is the law of cause and effect. Okay, that will be all. So the more you practice karma, the more you will discover that you are the master of your own fortune and the creator of your own destiny. So fun. Um, let's do it again. The more you practice karma, the universal law of cause and effect, everything you do, everything you listen, every action as a co creator has a consequence, an effect, a manifestation. So, the more you practice karma, understanding that universal law, the more you will discover that you are the master of your own fortune and the creator of your own destiny. This sounds like the law of attraction, but let's go to the deep, 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 deep knowledge of it, okay? Because you're not only going to use the law of attraction for what you want to attract. This doesn't work with the ego. Anything that you want for yourself, you need to wish and want it for all sentient beings. If not, it won't work. In its simplest form, karma implies cause and effect. Karma can give you the courage to look deeper into your past actions and take full responsibility for life as it is unfolding, knowing that you planted the karmic seed in the past. Flowers or weeds, fortunate or unfortunate, they are all there with you. This is something to contemplate. Why not uh, reflect on it? Because it's something you cannot change. It's something that you have to accept and you have to contemplate it. I have a lot of work to do with this one. And it's the number 20, which is number 2, 10, 10. Five, 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 five. Change. And let's go with the last card. What are we going to cultivate with all this knowledge? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Number 24. 2, 2, 2, 2, 4 for pillars. 2 plus 4, 6. Man. Courage. Let's look at this beautiful word card. I see somebody like just finally like moving everything around. And now it doesn't see it as obstacles, but as beautiful as the nature, as crystals, as colors. And now he's liking. Before, uh, we were scared, but now we like what's going on. Number 24, courage. It is not the strength of the body that counts, but the strength of the spirit. This was said by J.R.R. Tolkien. And it's incredible because I was just talking with the neighbor that it's not in our own strength. It's never in our own strength. We have to surrender. It's not about continue to make ourselves perfect. We were perfect. The more we stop doing, the more you can see what God is manifesting. Courage is a spiritual strength. It's not a human strength. It's a spiritual strength. Taking you Courage is a spiritual strength taking you beyond all fear and resistance to remove internal and external blockages on the path. So I guess the courage that we need to have is to surrender and to remove all resistance. Because once we remove all resistance, fear falls, confirmation, and God can work with our internal and external blockages on this path. This was the cultivation card. Well, I am fed. I hope you're fed too. You had a great evening, light, healthy dinner or platter with this wonderful serving that the Spirit gave us. And remember, contemplate that whatever we do right now is right now. Whatever we speak, whatever we, the application of courage, and also the acceptance that suffering is a common cause of the common cause of suffering. It tells us that you're not alone. It tells you that what you're going through were just things that you had to go through. It tells you that from now on, we can make a more conscious effort to have an intention of planting different seeds in order to cultivate that courage to confront fear and let God build us with strength and uh, work with our blockages and everything that we need to work on because it's not in our strength. Namaste. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this. I hope you feel grateful too. So this time I ask for wisdom in my mind, clarity in my mouth, and purity in my heart. Namaste. Shalom. I love you.